Well, hello, my name is Randy Ullom. I'm the winemaster for Kendall-Jackson, which is a part of Jackson Family Wines. I've been working with the family for 25 years here in beautiful California. When I started, the company was, well, we're 36 years old, so it's probably 11 years old, the company. You know, we're just a young company in the eyes of the world, but still quite a renowned company. Family run, family owned. So here at Kendall-Jackson, at the Wine Estates and Gardens, where we are right now, if you're a visitor and you want to come say hello to us and see what we're doing, there are different things you can do. You'll come to the wine center and you can take a little tour of these beautiful gardens here, and you'll realize, wow, what's the garden got to do with the vineyard and wine? Well, we believe in food and wine pairings. So you can do a little tour here with or without your wine. Then you can go inside, taste all the different varieties and all the different tiers that we have of wine. We have food and wine pairings. So we have a chef, Justin Wangler, and his team are on the food side. Tucker Taylor is our master gardener who takes care of this part. And so Tucker will say, Justin, today's the day to have this little baby carrot. Let's use it. Frugally, of course, but use it. It's got the greatest flavor ever. So then Justin will come up with something that will pair with the wine. And it's a little different than in a restaurant, because restaurants are all about the food and the wine is in the supporting role. Here it's all about the wine and the food's in the supporting role, trying to make the wine look even better. So you can do a food and wine pairing here that'll blow your minds. It'll be like five courses. They say it's a little tiny pairing, but it's almost like a lunch. It's a lot of fun. So you can do that, and then you can also, at the same time, we have a little experimental vineyard area that shows the different varieties and different ways to grow the grapes. So we kind of capture it all. So one of my favorites, if you're going to have a pairing, or even if you're not going to have a pairing, but my favorite meal, in Northern California we have this crab called the Dungeness crab. So that crab, you just boil it, clean it, crack it with this wine. It's like nirvana. It's a synergistic experience, an organoleptic delight and sensation to be eating that crab, drinking this wine, maybe a little bread and cheese, but that's the best. So this wine right here, this is the Kendall-Jackson Vintners Reserve Chardonnay. This is our flagship wine that really put us on the map and allowed us to do everything that we're doing. What's really special about this, besides being, I guess, America's #1 selling Chardonnay for 25 or 26 years running, the reason it is like that is because the majority of the grapes that go into this bottle of wine are from our own vineyards. And we have vineyards only along what we call the cool coast of California. So the ocean is off in that direction. The ocean and the proximity to the ocean brings us fog during the growing season, cools it down, makes it much longer to get the grapes ripe. The longer it takes, the greater flavors you're going to have and the nicer acid levels. So we have different regions for the Chardonnay sourcing. Here in Sonoma County, gives you sort of a ripe apple tone. You go up north to Mendocino, the next county up, an hour north, and you get crisp green apple and some pear tones. You also get pear from, say, the Carneros area and the pear oil. And then you go down to Santa Barbara in the deep south and you get the tropical fruit tones. You go to Monterey, kind of halfway in between, you get the lemon and the lime tones. So all of that is in the nose and you can taste it. The other neat thing about this is that it's about 95, more or less, % barrel fermented in real barrels, half French, half American. What that does is it kind of builds out that mid palate. So when you smell it, it smells good. You look at it, it's got that golden hue. You taste it, you have all those flavors and this rich viscosity in the mouth. And then since it's fermented in the barrel, we stir the lees, which is kind of like the dead yeast die, and they fall to the bottom of the barrel, change their name, they're lees. We stir those, and that adds that sort of silky essence on the side of the palate. Throw all that together, age it properly, bottle it, and everybody loves it. You know, the first taste is an explosion of fruit with a nice long finish, which beckons for another sip. A couple more sips to a glass. So at Kendall-Jackson, we have this history of quality. We're family owned, family run. One person's in charge, it's Jess's wife. We have our own vineyards. And a lot of the larger wineries and corporations, you know, those are assets they don't want. Well, we want them because we want to ensure and guarantee that we have the grapes that we want, farmed to the quality level that we want, that we can get every year. The other interesting commitment that you'll find in our Vintners Reserve Chardonnay or our Pinots, they are 100% guaranteed pure Chardonnay or Pinot. You don't have to do that. It only needs to be 75%. But that was one of Jess's rules. You know, purity, authenticity, and truthfulness of origin and of the blend. So I think that, just that alone should prove that we're here to stay. And whenever you see a bottle of KendallJackson wine, regardless of the tier, but if it says KendallJackson on it, KJ for short, you know it's going to be good. You know it's going to be pristine and made the correct way.